You journal it for 3 days. Is it painful? Absolutely. Who wants to do that, right? But it's extremely useful. And then here is what you do. Hey, this is Iman Aghay, serial entrepreneur, best-selling author, and international public speaker. And today I want to answer this question. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels in my business. I do a lot, but I'm not making more. What should I do? Okay, it's a great question. Now, a lot of people do a lot and they don't make more money. And I always give them a very hard exercise. It's hard, but it's actually super useful. So here's what you're gonna do. You are going to write down, to journal, every single day that you do, every single thing that you do during a day, minute by minute. So you wake up at 6 a.m., you're like, I woke up at 6 a.m. It takes you 5 minutes to get ready. It took me 5 minutes to get ready. Checked my emails for 7 minutes. Check your emails for 7. You write every single thing you do. Had breakfast, cooked, took shower. And then you go to work. You're like, okay, so I went to work. I spent 3 minutes checking my Facebook. And then I spent 15 minutes checking my personal Facebook, responded to this. And I did like 8 minutes watching YouTube videos. And then you're like, okay, anything you do, you write it minute by minute. You journal it for 3 days. Is it painful? Absolutely. Who wants to do that, right? But it's extremely useful. And then here is what you do. You divide your day to 3 pieces: your personal time, your business time, your rest and recovery time, right? Your personal time, your business time, your rest and recovery time. You realize, okay, how many hours you're spending on your personal time. Now, here is the thing. If you were checking Facebook and you were not checking Facebook for work, meaning that if you were not posting on Facebook, that's personal time, that's waste of time. Okay? If you're reading other people's posts, that's not working. If you're checking your sister's posts, that's not working, okay? That's personal time, that's just waste of time, okay? For business purposes. So you actually kind of divide them to things that you were doing related to your business, okay? And you actually take it. Now, I tell you, just right there, I've barely seen people who say that I'm spinning my wheels work more than 8 hours. Because most of the times what they do is that they get absorbed in like all the social media stuff, like they keep watching YouTube videos for hours and hours, listen to music, get absorbed in kind of get sucked into social media trap, right? Keep checking like Instagram for hours, right? That's just like, so many times that you think that you're working a lot, you're not actually working a lot. You're just kind of busy with wasting time, being trapped on social media trap, which is kind of how it is designed to do, okay? That's one thing. Now, the second thing is that you separate your rest and recovery time. You want to make sure that you have about 8 hours of rest and recovery time, which includes your sleep, getting ready for sleep, and actually anything that is related to the first few things in the morning, right? Things that you're still in the rest and recovery. Most of the things, like the biggest part of that is the sleep. You want to make sure that you're getting between 6 to 8 hours of sleep, whatever your body requires, okay? Now, so you have that, you have the second part, personal time, then you get to your business time. And here is what you're gonna do. You're gonna look at that task that you did during the day and you're gonna ask yourself this question: how much would I pay a person to do that task for me? How much would I pay a person to do that task for me? Oh, I checked my Facebook. How much would you pay a person to check your Facebook for you? 0. Okay, so that's 0. Then you're like, okay, how much would I pay a person to check my email? How much would you pay a person to check your email? $10 an hour? $11 an hour? I don't know how much you would pay a person, right? And then you're like, oh, I went to a networking event. How much would you pay a person to go to a networking event for you, right? You're gonna write down every task that you're gonna do that you did during the day and how much you would pay a person to do that task for you. Now, if you add all of those stuff based on the hour, right, you will see that probably over 3 days, the money that you would generate over 3 days would be equal to the money that you are making right now in your business. So if you're making $3,000 a month, most likely in those 3 days, you have generated probably something around like $300. And so over a month, you would generate $3,000 instead of 3 days, right? You want to make more money, you want to expand your business, you got to increase the average value of the work that you do. So what that means is that you have to do the work that is worth more. For example, if you would pay a person $50 an hour to do the sales calls for you, and you want to make money that is more money than paying $10 an hour, you got to get on more sales calls for yourself. Okay, so you have to find the value of the tasks that have higher value in your business, and you have to replace the lower value tasks with those tasks. Now, to put this into perspective, you want to make $100,000 a year. Every hour of your time should be worth $50 on average. On average, meaning that if you are doing stuff that is worth $0 an hour and you want to keep doing it, you have to do the same amount of job that you would pay another person $100 an hour. And you can't find a lot of stuff that you need to pay another person $100 an hour, can you? Right? So now you have to decrease the number of things that you are worth, like you would pay yourself $0 or $10 or $20 an hour, and replace them with the work that you would pay yourself $60, $70, $80 an hour. Okay? The more higher value tasks you do, the more your income increase. So here are some of the high value tasks. Contact 5 potential joint ventures every single day when you wake up in the morning. 5 people that can refer clients to you, build relationship, be on your telesummits, be on your events, seminars, webinars, can put you on the stage. Contact 5 potential promotion partners every single day. That's one of the tasks, very high value. You would probably pay yourself $50 to $100 an hour if you're a newbie. If you are a little bit more advanced, you can pay yourself up to $500,000. And I mean advanced, mean you're reaching out to people who have 100,000 people mailing lists and can close them. Not just reaching out, but you can actually get them to say, yes, I would like to promote you, okay? Now, the other thing, speaking time is like one of the highest value tasks. Generally, if you're a brand new speaker, each hour that you speak is worth $200. If you're more kind of better speaker and like kind of have been speaking for some time and you can close 20 to 40% of the room to a $2,000 package, then each hour of your speaking time is about $500 to $1,000, right? And by the way, the more you grow, the more your values expand, as you can actually close higher number of people in the room and make more money and get in front of bigger rooms, right? So that's how you start finding tasks, or like getting on the sales calls with potential clients who are ready to go, right? So you get the tasks that have higher value, you replace them with the tasks that have lower value, and for the tasks that have lower value, you either delegate them to other people, you go to Fiverr, pay person $5 an hour, get them done, or you automate them. You find systems, processes that you can automate them so you don't need to be personally involved, or you eliminate them entirely. So you just eliminate it entirely. You're like, oh, I don't need to do this task. I don't need to check Facebook for 200 minutes a day. I can just simply check Facebook for 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and just check the Facebook groups of my students, answer them quickly, and bam, I'm done. I don't need to check other people's posts or what food they had or like anything else like that. That doesn't need to be one of your concerns involved, okay? So that's where we get it. That's where you get started to replace your tasks from being lower value tasks to higher value tasks. And that way you can generate a lot more income in your business. If you haven't been a member of, subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're listening to this as a podcast, make sure to subscribe to our podcast. And if you have not gone to imanaghay.com and haven't downloaded the book, make sure that you actually download our book. Go to imanaghay.com. The link is in the description. And download the book and get started from there to learn how to build a successful public speaking business. Okay? Looking forward to seeing you in one of our next episodes.